Said, ever since God guided me, no wise person on earth has ever insulted me. I repeat, ever since God guided me, no wise person on earth has ever insulted me. Said, ever since
I have not gone to any Islamic university. No Islamic school, no Islamic college, no Islamic university, but I'm giving talks. Thousands are coming, 10,000 are coming. I don't know Arabic as a language, number two. I'm not Hafizul Quran. Many people think I'm Hafizul Quran, I'm not. I have not gone to any Islamic university. No Islamic school, no Islamic college, no Islamic university, but I'm giving talks. Thousands are coming, 10,000 are coming. I don't know Arabic as a language, number two. I'm not Hafizul Quran. Many people think I'm Hafizul Quran, I'm not. I have not gone to any Islamic university. No Islamic school, no Islamic college, no Islamic university, but I'm giving talks. Thousands are coming, 10,000 are coming. I don't know Arabic as a language, number two. I'm not Hafizul Quran. Many people think I'm Hafizul Quran, I'm not. I have not gone to any Islamic university. No Islamic school, no Islamic college, no Islamic university, but I'm giving talks. Thousands are coming, 10,000 are coming. I don't know Arabic as a language, number two. I'm not Hafizul Quran. Many people think I'm Hafizul Quran, I'm not.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Peace be upon you all. Thank you for coming. This is babashuaib, the correctional officer. Yes, what do we have here? Yeah, just a second. Yeah. So I seek refuge with Allah against the accursed devil. This is my way I invite to Allah by perception. I and whoever follows me, and glory be to Allah, for I am not among the idolaters. Thank you all for coming. Let me see those who are online. On TikTok, I'm streaming live from Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at the same time. I say TikTok, somebody say cool 2023 moi. For those on Facebook and YouTube, let me see those who are here. We have Zura, hello. We have Tariq Ayub, Hali, Free Riders, Tariq Ayub, yes, I see you. Ihsan, Matthew Seun, Abdul Rashid M. Bansi, Bari, Aziz Sanusi, K. Sharif. Let me see. I think I have to share to the people that I'm online. K. Sharif, Dangana, Dagi, Ibboljan, Sister Kaiser, that's Sister Zainab, I see you. Marwan Divaj, Amira N, Latif Gist, Balogun Yusuf, Kudisia, Brother Hamza Malik, I see you. Only the truth matters. Thank you for the props. Thank you. Sadiq Ali Sharian, I see you. Fatima Chin, John Gosh, Dale Creighton, Camille Usman, Abu Bakr Abdul Jalil, Yasin Alexander, Dana, Neil Brunner, Abu Bakr Bangura Abdul Rahman. Oh, from Mali, Bamako. Wow. That's interesting. Thank you for being here, Abdul Rahman. Mariam Nambahu, LV Gongoli, W. Abdurrahman says, I'm number. Yeah, thank you all for coming. I appreciate your presence. It keeps me going. I appreciate the time you put in to be present. Mohammed Gaddafi, I see you. I greet you too. Mohammed Gaddafi, I appreciate your presence. Sister Kaiser, Thank you for the appreciation of the intro. Thanks to my brother, my lovely brother Muhammad. He got this done, and I appreciate that a lot. For those on TikTok, I see Fatikin. I see Sida, how do moon and sun do such that, bro? Yeah, in GS, I see you. Salam, bro. Banan Hama, I see you. Good evening, bro. Abu Wisal, yeah, I see you. Salam, Naganka. Thank you all for coming. For those on TikTok, kindly share. And for those on Facebook and YouTube, kindly share so other people can join this lovely program, right? Today's program, I'm going to deal with the problems with the mushriks. And when I say mushriks, for those who have been listening to my lectures all this while, you know who I term as mushriks. And it's never an insult, right? To call somebody a mushrik is never an insult, right? But I don't know why sectarians like to be infuriated about that. According to Quran chapter 12, verse 106, most of the people who claim they believe in God do not do so except whilst they are mushriks, right? And they know they are mushriks because according to them, they set forth certain legislation by telling you that Islam cannot be practiced without their garbage books. Islam cannot be without their authorized book of their scholars. This is their own indoctrination, right? So this is a mushrik. A mushrik is somebody who associates something with something. You go to Quran chapter 17, verse 64. God told the devil, وَشَارِكُهُمْ fil amwal, associate with them in their wealth. So that word sharikuhum comes from the word sharika, means to partner something, to associate. But in the context of the Quran, when we are talking about God, Quran chapter 4, verse 36, where he says, do not associate anything with him. Quran chapter 18, verse 110, where he told the prophet or the messenger to tell the people that do not associate anyone in the service of your Lord or in the worship of your Lord, right? So that becomes a shirk or mushrik. So anyone who practices shirk is called a mushrik. That is why anyone who practices silm, that is the aslim, to submit, you become a Muslim. So mushriks to proudly earn that title. It's not an insult. It's a description of what you do and who you are. Simple. There's no two ways about this. And like I keep saying, put me any scholar who belongs to any sect. I can look him in the eye and tell him you are a mushrik. He can ask me for clarification. I'll clarify it and I'll give him the justification why he's a mushrik. Because if the descriptive figure of a person is wrong to name a person or to tag a person with, I don't think God will advise the messenger or the prophet to tell the kafirun, chapter 109, Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun, oh you the kafirs. You understand? They earn the title and they deserve it and they know what is being referenced. There is no insult, right? An insult will be like like to say somebody is sound and safe and you're calling him a madman. That's an insult. Somebody is good and you're saying he's bad. It's an insult. Somebody is, it goes on and on. But if you are a thief, you steal people's money and you are called a thief, it's not an insult. If you are a robber, you rob people from their money and you are called an armed robber, it's not an insult. It's a title. You earn it by the description of what you do. If you are a rapist, you rape kids or you rape people and you are called a rapist, it's never an insult. It's a title. You earned it. So accept it when you are called. If you are a fraudster, meaning you fraud people, you defraud people, you are called a fraudster, it's not an insult. You should earn it. It's a title. You've earned it. You understand? Just like a football player, so on, a basketball player, a musician, they are called that title. It's never an insult. So if you claim Islam cannot be without your garbage books, or Islam cannot be without the authority of your so-called scholars whom the prophet has no idea who they are, and you claim that is Islam, that it makes you a mushrik because you are doing shirk. Because is that what God gave you in the first place? The answer is no. So why are you offended? Somebody like babashuaib, the correctional officer, is named calling you? Because I'm not trying to like insult you by trying to, let's say, name you with something you don't do. You're actually doing it, and you know it consciously and subconsciously, but you just don't want to admit the name. Do you see the difference? And this is why you hate us so much. You call us Quranists. You hate us so much. You call us Quraniyun. The last time I checked, we don't tell you our name is Quranist or Quraniyun, but you give the tags, just like you did it to Christians. Mushriks are all over. They always do that. You know, idolaters. When we say idolaters, they are the mushriks. They are the polytheists at the same time. They are different concepts of shirk, right? They are different concepts. We have people who don't actually put a statue to worship, right? But they associate, they venerate somebody's work to the level of God's work, you know, and that is associating partners with God. Then we have people who actually, you know, create a statue by themselves and sit down in front of the statue and bow down and worship. You know, that is another form of idol worship. And there are a lot of concepts when it comes to shirk. So shirk is not only about worshiping an entity besides God. No. Quran chapter 39 verse 45, when the name of God alone is mentioned, those who do not believe in the hereafter, their hearts are filled with disgust. And this is why somebody like me, when I talk about God alone, you know, mushriks don't like it. They want me to mention their garbage books or to mention their so-called scholars, whom, like, your scholars have no authority in Islam. Who gave them the Islam? If you are mentioning Imam Maliki, Hanafi, Shafi'i, Hanbali, you mention your dead scholars like Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir, Ibn Abbas. Who gave them all this you know, duties, or who assigned them part of Islam? To go to the extent to say you have Khalifas like Umar, Abu Bakr, Ali, Uthman, where? Show me their names in the Quran. Where is it? Right? Attributing all these people as part of the history of Islam. Are you deaf and dumb? Do you think Islam started with Prophet Muhammad? You are the biggest fool to think Islam started at the 7th century. I'm serious. You are the biggest fool ever to think Islam, submission to God, actually started in the 7th century. You are dumb. By the way, it's not an insult, right? Quran chapter 25 verse 44, it clearly tells you, do you think that most of them listen or reason? He says you are just like livestock. And to make it worse, God says you are even more astray than the livestock, because livestock can reason very well. We saw the hudhud, right? The bird belonging to Sulaiman alayhi salam. We saw how smart the bird can be, right? Even the bird, you know, dislikes idol worship and being an idol worshiper. So salams to all those who are joining. Nikki in the city, salam. Sarah Slays, I see you. Thank you for coming. Hey, brother Hassan, I see you. Salam to you all. Thank you for coming. Right? Yes, Qudisiyya says they serve others instead of serving Allah. Yes, that's what they do. They serve others and they do the legislations of other people. Just like Quran chapter 42 verse 21. Am lahum shuraka shara'u lahum min ad-din ma lam ya'zanu billah. Do they have associates, idols, partners who legislate for them of a deen to which God has not authorized? Because if you call yourself Sunni Muslim, you are a mushrik. Shia Muslim, mushrik. Tijaniya Muslim, mushrik. Ahmadiyya Muslim, mushrik. Because Muslim is what God asked you to do, to be. Quran chapter 27 verse 91, the prophet himself, he says, wa umirtu an akuna min al-muslimin, and that I have been commanded to be of the submitters. That's what the prophet said. So if you foolishly says you are following his sunnah, how come you are tagging yourself Sunni Muslim, Ahmadiyya Muslim, Tijaniya Muslim, Qadiriya Muslim, whatever, Salafiyya Muslim, Wahhabiyya Muslim? You are the dumbest fool ever. I'm not insulting you. I'm telling you the truth. Because Quran chapter 2 verse 130 says, وَمَنْ يَرْغَبُ عَنْ مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ إِلَّا مَنْ سَفِهَ نَفْسَهُ. Who would desire other than the creed of Abraham, if not one who fools himself? If you're fooling yourself, automatically, what does that make you? A fool. And who is a fool? Someone who lacks good judgment. Because if you have good judgment, why will you be enticing yourself with the cabbages? Right? Simple. Salam, Amin Lion. Salam, Momade Pedro. Thank you. Hey, Salih Jimmy Nagan. Salam. Kindly share this to my WhatsApp group so other people can join. Please, for those who belong to my WhatsApp group, I appreciate that. Thank you for your effort. Kindly share it so that other people can join. Right? So, the problems with mushriks. Now, I think last week, there is one comedian from Ghana. He's a cleric, right? I think he's a cleric. I would say he's a cleric, but he's based in the USA, right? When I first came out, I started doing my online videos in 2018, right? Around September, when I started doing my online videos, right? So I think when I started my videos, I did the debate in the same month, September. So the video went viral in Ghana, right? It went viral. So when it went viral, the attention of so-called ignorant scholars in Ghana started coming against me. Like they heard, about me. Salam Tujis. Yeah, salam Sister Alma. I see you. So they heard about me, and then they started like they got infuriated, right? So they hated what I do so much, so they wanted to shackle me down as soon as possible. So they did all they could, but they failed. So I kept getting the attention of the bloggers, and then the bloggers wanted to, propagate my message to me, let it spread so that the scholars can see me and step forward, right? So then what they kept doing is, oh, don't listen to this guy. He's crazy. He's a madman. He will just fade away. Just give him some few days or few months. He will just be out of the equation. And lo and behold, 6 years later, babashuaib is still sitting here, the correctional officer. Thanks to God. So they did all they could. They failed. They couldn't. Because how can mushriks face, somebody God has gifted with so much wisdom and knowledge to actually strike their idols down? So what happened was, there is this cleric. I call him Kasim Bola. Of course, they call him Kasim Bala. I call him Kasim Bola. He's scared of me very, very well, right? Very, very. I'm not saying this to boast. He's actually scared of me very, very, very well. So yes, Dana Nebrona. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you. So I'm going to play. He went to Siddiq Bozo's platform when Siddiq Bozo was doing his post debate. This guy went on his platform to actually go there and lie about me. He actually lied. He lied totally on Siddiq Bozo's platform. Even Siddiq himself was shocked when, according to the way the guy was lying. I'm going to play the video. And there is another comedian called Hafiz Buhari. He's also shocked when he heard what the guy was saying. And this guy is supposed to be somebody people respect online. This cleric I'm talking about, right? I cannot call him a scholar because I don't see that. He has a lot of mishaps. I have his videos in Hausa language I could have played for you. I don't see him as a scholar. I call him Kasim Bola, right? He's a trash. Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, he's a trash. But I'm going to play the video, and you see how he's talking like a gay, even. Excuse me to say. Yeah, to be honest, I'm just saying he's talking like a gay. I'm not saying he's gay, but he's talking like a gay. And I'll play the video, and he's actually lying about me, right? So let's see what he was saying about me. And they do this many a times. If they cannot defeat you, this is what they do to destroy your image, right? To defame you. So he's going to lie about me of insulting. Yes, but when he failed, he went in hibernation for a long time, and then he just decided to do this to get an attention, right? But I will handle him in a professional manner, right? Yes, this is what I'll do. Yeah, thank you very much. Somebody with the name hadithrejector. I love that. That's good. Okay, so Kasim Bola, this Kasim Bola, I'm going to play. And please, for those based in Ghana, I'll appreciate it if you start calling him Kasim Bola, for the sake of God. Please, I will appreciate it whenever you see that guy. Call him Kasim Bola, please, please. If you support correctional officer towards God, please, I want you to tag him as Kasim Bola. I know those based in Ghana, you know him, right? Okay. Because the Bala doesn't fit him. The Bola fits him more. Satina, salam to you as well. So I'm going to play the video. It's actually a funny video, but just listening. Just listen to the
Madam Kasim, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. I watched your program yesterday. It was really eye-opening. What I want you to note of him is, do you know that he cannot even read Arabic?
Now, this is the Kasim Bola, the guy below. He is below there talking. For those on TikTok, unfortunately, you cannot see it, right? But I know you can listen. You can hear what is being said. Bilal Jibril, I see you. Peace to you all. So this is the Kasim Bola down there, right? So Kasim Bola came there. He was talking like a daycare nursery kid, like, you know, when a daycare nursery kid is trying to explain himself, you know, like that. So this is how it started.
Madam Kasim, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. I watched your program yesterday.
You see how he's talking? I watched your program yesterday. So listen to the lie he's going to say. Just listen.
It was really eye-opening.
It was really eye-opening. It was really eye-opening. Okay.
What I want you to note of him is, do you know that he cannot even read Arabic?
Now you came to somebody I did a debate, somebody who fumbled big time in a debate, somebody who has no idea how debate works, somebody who doesn't have even a structure of what he is coming to represent in a debate, somebody who couldn't answer questions, somebody who couldn't have a presentation, somebody who doesn't know the meaning of cross-examination, rebuttals, introduction, presentation. Now you are telling him, do you know he cannot read Arabic? We did a debate. I started reading the Quran. I did my presentation with the Quran. I did my rebuttals with the Quran. I did everything with the Quran. When it came to the hadith, I didn't want to conform to Siddiq Bozo's rules. Of course, I read the hadith. Everybody saw it. It was the last hadith he wanted me to read, and I turned the tables around and I made him read. Now you are telling him, do you know he cannot read Arabic? Somebody I did a debate with. You are telling him, do you know he cannot read Arabic? So now let's see. Yeah, Raf, I know he Kasim Bola doesn't understand English. I saw the way he was speaking English. It's so, you know, it's like comedy, right?
Oh, yesterday it was clear for everyone to see.
Okay, so this is the man that one time I debated with him.
So he says he's talking about me, and he says this is a man one time I debated with him. I never debated with you, Kasim Bola. Kasim Bola, you wish you had a debate with me. I never debated with you. I'm the one chasing you. You keep running like a donkey away from the lion. Farrat min kaswara. Wallahi lazim. This guy kept running away from me. Bloggers keep calling him, come and face babashuaib. He kept running. Wallahi lazim. Because I'll mess him up. Now, look, in the broad daylight, he went to Siddiq Bozo's platform. And he's telling Siddiq Bozo that he debated with me. So kindly listen to the lies. And if the bloggers in Ghana, you are listening, please carry this video, circulate it, let it reach Kasim Bola, and let him come out to prove when and where did he debate with me, right? And
I told him that he was like, my knowledge, Allah give it to me. And
I don't know if he met me in his dreams, because it seems that the guy is a messed up in the head. I never had a conversation with you. You went on Siddiq Bozo's platform to say you had a debate with me. You, this kind of person, having a debate, and nobody knows in Ghana. Nobody saw it in Ghana. Nobody heard of it in Ghana. Me, babashuaib, do you know how the scholars are against me in Ghana? The clerics, the preachers, whatever. Do you know how much they hate me in Ghana? So you, Kasim Bala, who is popular on social media, you are telling people, you came on Siddiq Bozo's platform to come and sympathize with him after making a mess out of himself. Everybody saw the debate and the post-debate. He made a mess out of himself. And then you are coming to sympathize with him. You are coming to tell him that you debated with me, babashuaib. Kasim Bala, you wish. You wish. When I was manhandling one of your students, he's called Abdul Rashid. The video is on my YouTube page. Unfortunately, we did it in Hausa language, but it has been translated to English. So kindly watch. It's on my YouTube page. Go to my debates and dialogues. You see it. It's in Hausa language, right? So this guy, you came to Siddiq Bozo trying to lie to him that you debated with me. I wish that bloggers in Ghana would take up this challenge to actually find you and question you. Where is the debate? Where? In which? I think it's in the dream, right? Kasim Bola, if you are listening, I think you met me in your dream, right? You wish.
I was like, do you mean it's wahi? Like it's revelation to you? And he was like, no, everybody.
So he's making up stories. And then say he spoke to me and he asked me, your knowledge, is it from God? Is it from Wahi?
But Allah is gifted. I said, no, knowledge cannot be gifted. Now
he said, knowledge cannot be gifted. This is what he said. Kasim Bala says, knowledge cannot be gifted. So it means if you have knowledge, it cannot be gifted, right? So the first person who made the aeroplane, his knowledge was not gifted. Because according to Kasim Bola, somebody has to make an aeroplane before the first person who made an aeroplane in the world will also make an aeroplane. You see that how dumb these guys are? So the first person who made a car has to get the knowledge from somebody. The knowledge wasn't gifted, so he has to get the knowledge from somebody else before being the first person to make a car. So the first person to make a mobile phone, the knowledge wasn't gifted. So he has to learn from somebody after God. Like these mushriks are so foolish and dumb. I keep saying you don't get me, right? You understand gradually. Quran chapter 2 verse 255. God says, "Wala yuhituna bishay'in min ilmihi illa bima sha." You do not encompass anything from his knowledge except for what he wills. So every knowledge, the beginning of knowledge is a gift from God. Every beginning of knowledge is a gift from God, right? He grants knowledge to whomever he wills, right? He gives you knowledge, just like about our botanical issues. For people who know about leaves, how leaves works, how tree works, is God implanting all this knowledge into people, just like he gave Adam the knowledge of the names of all the angels, and then Adam named them to themselves, right? So knowledge actually evolves from God. It comes from God. So it is God who gives knowledge, just like the babies you have at homes, your children. A lot of things your babies know how to do. It is not you, the parent, who taught the baby. For instance, a baby crawling, the crawling of a baby. It's not you, the suckling of a baby. When a baby is suckling from the breast, it's not you, the parent, who teaches the baby how to do all this. These are knowledge. These are a piece of information that you know and can, actually prove it. These things are things God teaches people, right? But listen to the bozo here, the advanced bozo. Listen to what he is saying.
if you are not a prophet of Allah and you are not the angel of Allah, you cannot be gifted. Now you have to.
So he says, if you are not the prophet of God and you are not an angel of God, you cannot be gifted with knowledge. You see how dumb and foolish these kind of people are. That's why I call him Kasim Bola. He's a trash, actually. I'm not insulting him. That's his name, Kasim Bola. So please call him, tag him, Kasim Bola. That's his name. right? So I think the meeting he had with me was in his dream. I don't think it's a reality where he ever even met my shadow. So he think he actually met me, right?
To go through knowledge.
You have to learn it.
You have to go through the proceeding.
You have to acquire knowledge.
Yes. So this guy, I asked him one question and he could not answer me.
So again, he says this guy, meaning he's trying to attribute it to me that he asked me one question and I could not answer. And all these things he's saying happen in a debate. And I wonder which debate, in which world. Maybe he saw me in a movie. Maybe, I don't know, in a dreamland. Maybe he's fantasizing about me so much that he has to see me in a dream and he's having a debate with me. So you listen what he's saying.
I said, well, you are saying this is how you pray. He says it's 2 rakat.
He said, for everybody who knows me, I said the prayer has 2 rakat. I don't know which babashuaib he meant, but I said the prayer has 2 rakat. This is what this man is saying. Clearly sitting down saying, for everybody who knows me, you watch my videos, where did I ever say prayer has 2 rakat? But let's listen to him.
And I asked him, where did you learn it from? And he says, oh, it's from Ibrahim. I said, well, can you read it to me? Can you show it to me?
So all these things happen in a debate because he said he debated with me. So all these things he is saying, Kasim Bola is saying that this is a debate and this is what we were conversing about. So I wonder which platform, where? Because Ghanaians were so adamant. They wanted to see you, Kasim Bala, face me. I even requested that Kasim Bala should host a program and invite me. I'll come there and face him. He refused. Kasim Bala says he will only debate me if we are going to speak Arabic. You see how dumb and foolish these kind of people are. How many of Ghanaians speak Arabic? The whole Ghana, your official language is English language. You are telling me you will only debate with me unless if I come and sit down and let's speak Arabic language. Then the audience, what are they going to benefit? Who are we going to prove that we are idolizing our slave masters or what? Look at a bozo, a confused bozo, telling bloggers that if babashuaib is going to debate with him, tell babashuaib to come and speak Arabic. What? I should come and speak Arabic to debate with you, Kasim Bola, you trash. Then no wonder you've been fooling your audience in Ghana for so long. And they keep cherishing you guys because you are propagating the idol worship and they love it. So you think you have a knowledgeable scholar, a cleric. I don't call this guy a scholar. He's not a scholar, right? Right? So you are telling people that I should come and have a debate with you, that we should have to speak Arabic in the debate. Okay, no problem.
And he could not.
You can.
So now he lied. He says, I could not. He asked me a question and he says, I could not. So all this happened in a debate, or was it a dream? Because I'm yet to find out. Even people who know who he is, when they saw the video, when I sent them this video, they were shocked. They were like, is he okay? Is he mentally stable? Or was he drunk? I wonder. So even Siddiq Bozo, who shamed himself in the debate, was even surprised of what the guy is saying. So now listen.
We will need that video, I think.
So Siddiq Bozo was now telling him, Sheikh, we will need that video. We will need that video. Yes, I know. Look, till the day of judgment, he will never have that video unless he goes to talk to the AI. Unless he goes to the AI and tell the AI, can you design babashuaib and design Kasim Bola and let them have debate. So now Siddiq Bozo is telling Kasim Bola that we need that video. Remember Quran chapter 49 verse 6, when an immoral person brings you an information or news, you have to ascertain, you have to investigate. Yes, you have to do. So I was surprised when I saw Siddiq Bozo actually even interested in the evidence. I was surprised. So now let's listen.
My brother Hafiz and Co are online, so you can send me the link to that video, and then inshallah will react to that.
I wish. So let's kindly, if you anybody who knows Kasim Bola, please go to his page. Says we need the video with you and babashuaib, the debate. We need it, please, we need it. If you have debated somebody like me, the video, you will not delete it. You will leave it for everybody to see in Ghana. Wallahi lazim. Because look, go to any platform, Ghanaian platform, mention my name babashuaib and see if they don't know who I am. Wallahi lazim. When it comes to religious issues, Islamic issues, I'm the biggest threat they've ever had. Wallahi lazim. I'm the guy who their scholars sit in the masjids and do fatwa about me and do khutbah about me and tell people, stop listening to that guy. He will mislead you. He will mislead you. I will mislead people to the Quran, because what I do is I invite people to the Quran. So if I will mislead people, how do you mislead people to follow the Quran? Does it make sense? If you turn it sideways, is it not you, the scholars, rather misleading people away from the Quran to follow garbage books? So who is misleading who? You claim I'm misleading people, right? And yet your scholars cannot defeat me. You're struggling, right? Look at what Siddiq Bozo came to do in the debate. Insulting me. But I made him look stupid, right? The video is there. He cannot delete it. Remember, the internet never forgets. Yeah, the video is there. And he made a fool out of himself to explain. He says the hadith explains the Quran, and yet he wasn't able to prove one hadith which actually explained one single verse of the Quran. So that means that the debate, he's flawed. Because what was Siddiq Bozo there to prove? What? Does the hadith explain the Quran? Was Siddiq able to provide an evidence which shows that the hadith is able to explain the Quran? The answer is no. So what are you there to do? Flawed argument. Do you get my point? Okay, so let's listen to Kasim Bola.
Later, inshallah. Because he brags that he has debated with people and then they are what? He has done this debate and that's what they do.
Now, Siddiq Bozo was so hurt. This is his post-debate when he was doing. He was so hurt because I keep telling him, I've done debates. My debates are out there. I don't hide my debates. They are out there. Unfortunately, some of them are in Hausa language. So for those who don't speak Hausa, you might not get that. But for people who have been following me since I started doing my online lectures, you saw all my debates. Wallahi lazim, I'm not boasting. God says in Quran chapter 3 verse 160, if he should support you, none can defeat you. If I've been defeated, I will not be here till today. They can't defeat me because they don't have tangible arguments. They can only insult you. They will insult you. They say he's a madman. But why are you infuriated when a madman, you think I'm a madman, right? So why are you infuriated when I speak? Why are you agitated when I speak? The last time I checked, if somebody is a madman and you are offended by what he's saying, what does that make you? You're the one offended by a madman statement. What does that make you? What? Madman is a simple word, so more than a lunatic, right? Okay, so let's listen.
You see that after this debate, he will go and then be claiming champion.
Now Siddiq is so confused that he is now telling Kasim Bola that, oh, after this debate, babashuaib will go and be claiming champion. Siddiq, you are an amateur. When I win a debate against an amateur, I don't need to celebrate. I'll look funny celebrating. Why will I celebrate? Why will I make merrymaking for Siddiq, you an amateur who you came to a debate crying? Why will I go and claim champion? Siddiq, or you think well, you have never done a debate, so I gave you, on your resume, I put you there to actually have a profile because you have never done a debate. But unfortunately, this will be your last debate, right? So your evidence is there, poto. The world will see you, Siddiq. I'm going to make you famous in an embarrassing way. The Salafis will reject you because you threw all your Sunni scholars under the bus. You rejected everything about them. If Saudi should see you right now, you are finished, because you rejected their scholar who even translated the Sahih al-Bukhari book from Arabic to English. You rejected it in the broad daylight. So you, the scholars, will be embarrassed to have you as a student or as a mate or something. So Siddiq, you are an amateur. I don't need to go and celebrate. No. I just need to be laughing at you because you made a fool out of yourself.
Yes.
And then we'll start twisting issues.
I don't twist issues. For anybody who watches my video, my lectures, they know me. I don't twist issues. But what do mushriks do? Sectarians. Even in the day of the debate, Siddiq, you are twisting issues. So people who are actually seeking for the truth, when they see you, Siddiq, and they see me, they can see a big gap and a difference. You are actually a liar, a deceiver, a deceptive person. Whilst I'm there to present the argument clear for all those who can reason to actually take up the truth. That's what I was there for. Right? So that is why people were surprised when I kept my composure, because you were being irritating, you are insulting, you break all the rules we set, all the rules. Look, all the rules we set for the debate, Siddiq Bozo broke all the rules. But why didn't I, intervene or trying to attack or something? No, because he is the host. So when I try to attack him, everything will be a mess. We don't have a mediator, right? So everything will go wayward. So I was saving my composure so that we can have the evidence of the videos, the record. And we just finished it, and we have the video now. Siddiq can never delete it. Even if he deletes it, we have the evidence. We are going to mess him up. So if he claims he graduated in University of Ghana, they have to call him back to rewrite his exams, because that guy, even English, he has failed. Simple English, he has failed.
Because they are not ready to surrender to the truth.
What does this mushrik call the truth? Imagine Siddiq Bozo calling their garbage books the truth. You call hadith books the truth. Are you okay? No wonder I call you Bozo. What does the old Bozo mean? Incompetent fool. Because a fool thinks their garbage books is the truth. The book you came to a debate you couldn't explain, you call that the truth? You want me, correctional officers, to surrender to your garbage books? The garbage books your own scholars don't even surrender to. If you go to Sunnis, they have their own sahih hadith. You go to Sunnis, they have their own. You go to Tijaniya, they have their own. You want me to come enjoy your foolishness? Are you guys normal? The mushriks, are you okay? So no wonder I started with the title "Problems with the Mushriks." You have a lot of problems to solve. You have not done with the problems, and you want me, babashuaib, to come enjoy your foolishness. No, I'm beyond that. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil.
This time around, we'll match him boot by boot.
Oh yeah.
Look at his brother who couldn't speak, who doesn't have a mouthpiece to speak at the time of the debate. He is now sitting next to his brother who he was helping at the debate, giving him water and books and everything. He is saying this time we are going to match him boot by boot. You forgot to ask Kasim Bala that when he tried to talk about me since 2018, 2019, how did it end? He ran away after all. And then all of a sudden he came back and then said he debated with me. In which record? In which history? Or is it the multiverse? Multiverse, for those who watch Spider-Man, Iron Man, there's something they call multiverse, multiverse or multi-universe or something. So maybe Kasim Bala met me in the multi-universe or multiverse, maybe, or they call it metaverse or what? I don't know. For those who watch movies, help me out.
Do you know why he was asking you to read? Do you know?
Now he's telling Siddiq Bozo that, do you know why he was asking you to read? So he's telling Siddiq that, Siddiq, you are a competent fool. You don't do anything. So he, Kasim Bola, is there to tell you why I ask you to read, right? So Siddiq, if you are listening, this is how the level of foolishness Kasim Bola think you are in. So now he's going to tell you why I told you, Siddiq Bozo, to read. So listen.
Why? Because he could not read.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I told you, when it comes to basic understanding, the mushriks don't even have basic common sense. You say I cannot read. We did a debate. Presentation, I read. Quran, I was reading Quran. For the debate is there. Please go and watch. Presentation, I was reading. Rebuttals, I was reading the Quran. What else? Cross-examination, I read your hadith books. The only time I refused to read your hadith books was the last hadith, which is talking about 50 salats, because it's a long one. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not a fool to waste my time reading your garbage books. So then I asked you, Siddiq, to read as a punishment. Because earlier on, you keep telling me, read your hadith. I should read your own hadith. Read. So I decided to turn the tables around to make you, an amateur, read your own garbage book. That's all I did. But if you say I cannot read, then what was I doing in a debate? Was I only there reading only translations. So I wasn't reading the Quran. Oh, no wonder mushriks, you don't value the Quran. To you, Quran is trash. Yeah. To be honest, mushriks, to them, subconsciously, listen, subconsciously, the Quran is trash. It's consciously, they will tell you, oh, the Quran, mashallah, is the best book in the world. Yes, consciously, that's what they do. Subconsciously, wallahi lazim, to every sectarian, the Quran is trash. You know why? You can never use a proof from the Quran to give a mushrik for him to apprehend or comprehend. No, it doesn't work. That is why Quran chapter 17 verse 45 to verse 46, God says, وَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ جَعَلْنَا بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ حِجَابًا مَسْتُورًا وَجَعَلْنَا عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ أَكِنَّةً أَنْ يَفْقَهُوا وَفِي آذَانِهِمْ وَقْرًا وَإِذَا ذَكَرْتَ رَبَّكَ فِي الْقُرْآنِ وَحْدَهُ وَلَّوْا عَلَى أَدْبَارِهِمْ نُفُورًا. Chapter 17 verse 45 to verse 46. Whenever you read the Quran, we place a concealed partition between you and those who do not believe in the hereafter. And we place coverings over their hearts, lest they comprehend it, and deafness in their ears. And when you mention your Lord in the Quran alone, they turn their backs in aversion, because they want you to use Quran and hadith, their garbage books. Quran and they are all whatever tafasirs. Yes, then they will be satisfied. But when you mention God, and God in the Quran alone, they don't like it. So it takes only a believer to accept what you say from the Quran alone. Do you understand? Okay, so let's listen to Kasim Bola.
Everyone, sorry.
Read, and when you were reading, yesterday, as a matter of fact, you stripped him naked. Seriously.
Oh, really? Was I stripped naked? Oh, come on. Siddiq doesn't believe in that statement, because anybody watching the video right now, look at Siddiq's face. When the guy said, Siddiq stripped me naked, look at the reaction on Siddiq's face.
But the problem...
Siddiq saying, like, the guy was doing that to console Siddiq. Siddiq Bozo knows the guy is lying. So when the guy said, you stripped him naked, Siddiq was like, okay.
The problem we're having is this. We have lazy individuals, Muslims that are lazy.
No. Muslims are not lazy. Mushriks are lazy. Muslims are the one listening to the Quran and following the best thereof. الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. Those who listen to the word and follow the best of it. Those are Muslims. Not you, the mushriks. How many mushriks know the Quran? They study the Quran, know the verses of the Quran. No, mushriks don't study the Quran. They only follow what their scholars tell them in their khutubahs, in the masjids. That is the garbage books. And how many of the mushriks even know their own garbage books? None. None can quote the hadith and give you reference and give you the isnad. They don't even know mutawatir. They don't even know how the chain, the consensus, they don't even know all this. Yes, they don't know. Seriously, I'm not joking with you. They don't know all these things, but they keep following their scholars. Look at this guy, Asim Al-Hakim from Saudi Arabia, right? That guy is charging people $100 per hour for a call consultation concerning Islam. But that guy keep telling you he's not a scholar. So how come he's charging you $100 just for a phone call, 1 hour phone call? Are you serious? You call these people scholars? The guy who sat publicly on national TV and say he drinks beer? Hi. Oh, let me finish this. I'll play the video. I think I drink beer. Yeah, he has the video. Let me put it. For those on, how do you call it? For those on TikTok, you can hear the video. I'm going to put it here, right? So that you hear Asim Al-Hakim. I'm not lying against him. I'm going to play the video, then you hear it by your own ears, right? This is what he will say. Yes, you're welcome. The artist, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So see.
Did you, Sheikh Asim, say 2% to 3% in a drink is permissible because it does not waste? Yes, I did. Do you still stand by this? No, I don't. What do you mean? Akhi, when I talk about Islamic issues, I don't talk from my own self. I'm not a scholar. I don't come up and think, yeah, I think this is halal, this is haram.
What? Asim Al-Hakim. So you actually said drinking beer, about drinking beer. And now you are saying you are not a scholar, Asim Al-Hakim. You are not a scholar, right? But then why are you taking consultation fee, $100 for just 1 hour call with you about Islam? You publicly say you are not a scholar. And you are out there fooling the people just because you are a Saudi, you belong to Saudi Arabia. And because the people are so indoctrinated, failing to study for themselves, and they think such, because you are an Arab, that makes you closer to Islam? Really? Really? You forgot at the time of the Prophet, they are hypocrites, munafiqun with him. Quran chapter 63, verse 1 downwards. When he was alive, he had hypocrites next to him. So how much more when he died? He's no more. Imagine the number of hypocrites multiplying. You understand? This guy publicly sat down and says, I drink beer. I'm not putting this on him. Let me go to the video. Is it this one? I'm going to play the video. You will hear from himself where he said he drinks beer, right? Oh, not this one. The next one, right? This one. He publicly said he drinks beer.
However, this is not our question. Did you, Sheikh Asim, say 2% to 3%? However, this is not our question. Did you, Sheikh Asim, say 2% to 3% in a drink is permissible because it does not waste? Yes, I did. Do you still stand by this? No, I don't. What do you mean? Akhi, when I talk about Islamic issues, I don't talk from my own self. I'm not a scholar. I don't come up and think, yeah, I think this is halal, this is haram.
So you heard Asim Al-Hakim himself. Okay, I found the video. This is where he says, I drink beer. I'm going to play that one.
I drink beer, and I'm proud of that. But the beer I drink, before you quote me for that, is from Saudi Arabia, and it has like 2%, maybe 3% alcohol. And it's legal, and it's halal. One says, oh, it has alcohol. Akhi, if I drink half a pack, nothing happens. I drink beer, and I'm proud of that.
Yes, Alhaji Mahmoud, I see you. So this is Asim Al-Hakim, the guy who takes $100 for consultation for 1 hour. He said he's not a scholar, right? Even though he's taking your $100, but he's not a scholar, right? Now, you heard him clearly. He says he drinks beer, right? And he's proud of it. Now, just like the mushriks, they will tell you, I'm a Sunni and I'm proud of it. Always, this is what they do. When they are proud of any evil, then they will say, when they claim to be part of any evil act, then they say, I'm proud of it. So when somebody says, I'm a Sunni, then he says, I'm a proud Sunni. When somebody says, I drink beer, he says, I'm proud of it. This is what the mushriks do. So you know them by their the solecism of their speech, right? So that is Asim Al-Hakim, who is not a scholar. He clearly says he's not a scholar. But this guy is making fatwa, and this guy is actually doing consultations, and people pay him $100 for 1 hour. If you are not a fool, why will you call such a person? Well, it's obvious. A lot of people have been indoctrinated, then they are foolish anyway. No wonder you have been told to go to Saudi Arabia and stone the devil. So you think the devil is so foolish, he will leave Russia, America, Europe, Africa, and then go and base at Saudi Arabia for you, the dumbest person on earth, to come and stone the devil? Someone who is able to mislead Adam and Eve. Adam, your great-great-grandfather, he misled them. You think he'll go and base in Saudi Arabia for you, the dumbest person on earth, to come and stone him? And they fooled you for years, and you think you are being enlightened in Islam? Seriously. Because you fail to realize the book of God is in front of you. You don't want to study. And you let the foolish scholars tell you, oh, you can't understand this book. You need our garbage books to come to the Quran. Really? So God, who created you, who communicates with you inward and outward, and you let a foolish scholar somewhere in the ghettos of Ghana, Nima, or somewhere, you think they know because they went to Saudi Arabia and came back. MashaAllah, and then they dress nicely with their jalabab. Look, they are working for their slave masters. Don't think they have proper Islam to give you. Wallahi lazim. Those people are fooling you. Wallahi. That is, for example, this Kasim Bola. Okay, let me continue.
That don't want to pray, you know? So those kind of people, they will fall onto those silly ideas. Like,
so what is the silly idea? The Quran chapter 22, verse 78 says, Huwa ajtabakum wa ma ja'ala alaykum fid din min haraj. He, God, has chosen you and has not placed any difficulty upon you in the deen, right? Somebody, a foolish person like this Kasim Bola, is actually sitting there calling the Quran a foolish idea. That somebody like me, babashuaib, call you to come and follow any foolish idea, any silly idea? No, I give you the verses of God. You are okay with it, follow it. You are not okay, wait till you understand and you follow. Quran chapter 17, verse 36. وَلَا تَخْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. Do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. The burden of proof is on you. So before you follow the Quran, make sure you have knowledge and then practice it. That's it. But what are the foolish scholars telling you out there? What are they telling you? Oh, we were just there, and the prophet, one angel came to him, and then he asked the prophet, prophet, how do you kill people who commit adultery? That's it. And he says, stone them. Yeah, then they say, yeah, mashallah. That is the revelation. Yeah? Okay.
you only have to pray twice a day.
Now look, so making false accusation, you only have to pray twice a day.
You don't have to do much.
You don't have to do much, as if God asked you to do much, right? So God asked you to do much. So Kasim Bala is saying, we the ones saying you don't have to do much, we are sending you astray.
You do not have to make wudu.
You do not have to make wudu. So Kasim Bala, I said this to you in a debate. Where? Can you prove it? Kasim Bola. How many times did I call you? You said, babashuaib, me, I said this to you, all this in your debate. So listen what Siddiq Bozo will tell him.
You do not, so this basically goes to lazy people. And when I ask him, I say, well, should I listen to you? I should listen to Prophet Muhammad. And he's clearly on the line that Prophet followed his desires.
So now this is where he lied against me again. He was sitting on the video, this Kasim Bola, he was sitting on the video telling Siddiq that I said the Prophet followed his desires. This is what he said. This is defamation. I kept this video for a reason. I can sue this guy and mess up his life in Ghana. And I'll seriously set him as a scapegoat. I have to do that. So he said, I said the Prophet is following his desire. So if you check clearly, the idea of what he's trying to do is to get people to hate me. You understand? For the mainstream people who understand how Islam works, the moment you have somebody who is insulting the Prophet or tarnishing the image of the Prophet, it just takes the scholars to just lie about you, and then the masses will believe what they are saying. And that is exactly what this Kasim Bola, this foolish guy, was doing. Lying. So Siddiq Bozo was even confused. He will ask him, listen to the question Siddiq Bozo is going to ask.
He did not teach the people the way they're supposed to be taught. That's what he said.
He said, that's what I said. So I was wondering, where did I meet this guy? Where is the video? Now listen.
So after he said that, I realized that
he said that.
So even Hafiz Buhari, the comedian, was asking him, he said that? He said that? They are doubting. They are like, no. babashuaib, even though we hate him, they know they hate me. They know that. But even though they hate me, they are like, hey, Kasim Bala, this thing you are saying, Sounds suspicious. Oh. Now listen.
Yes.
And Kasim Bala says, yes. This one cool chop. Oh. If we go for defamation, I can see this guy. I will make sure I'll strip him naked. I will make sure they close all their libraries in Ghana. This guy, I have the evidence. Kagani. This guy says, yes. That means he said, I said the prophet is following his own desires. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Hey. Tujis, no worry. We will deal with them. This is what they do when they cannot defeat you. They will lie against you. Right?
Then after that, I realized
that was the debate with you.
Yes.
And this guy says that all these things happened in a debate with him. Debate that never happened. This guy is narrating a debate which never happened in the history of Ghana. So he's saying debate with him. That's what happened. Okay.
Shuaib.
So even Siddiq Bozo was doubting. He's asking him, Shuaib, Baba Shuaib. Now listen what Kasim Bala will say.
Yes, it's Shuaib. The guy.
So Kasim Bala says, yes, it's Shuaib, the guy. Now listen.
The Shuaib. You know Abdul Rashid, right? There was a guy that we debated on his platform.
So he said, we debated on Abdul Rashid's platform. I never debated with you, Kasim Bala, on Abdul Rashid platform. The video is on YouTube, my YouTube channel. When I faced Abdul Rashid, Kasim Bala, you weren't there. It is after when I finished debating with the guy, you came to the platform and you told the guy not to bring me to that platform. That is what you did on that day, Kasim Bala. I didn't debate you. You weren't there. When I was on the platform, you weren't on that platform when I faced Abdul Rashid. And for all who need the evidence, the video is on my YouTube channel. Go to my debates and dialogues. You will see it is in Hausa language. Right? Where I schooled the Sunni guy. You claim he's one of your students. I messed him up. Abdul Rashid couldn't even sit down. He kept getting up and sitting down. He swapped seats with another person. The other person came to sit down to embarrass himself. You, Kasim Bala, you were not there. You said I debated with you. And you made up all these stories to lie against me so that your followers can hate me for nothing, right? So is that the games you guys will start playing in Ghana? When you cannot defeat me, you have to lie about me. For those who are looking for my YouTube channel, it's babashuaib, Bush2G9. You can find me Bush2G9 with the name Bush2G9 or the correctional officer, right? So now listen what Kasim Bola is going to say again.
He's usually in Saudi Arabia. He has
So Abdul Rashid Abdul Aziz, you can find him on Facebook. His name is Abdul Rashid Abdul Aziz. For this on Facebook and YouTube, that is the name of the guy. You can search it. Kindly go to this guy. If you know him, just add him. He's on my friend list, right? I know that guy. He's on my friend list. Just ask him, did Baba Shuaib and Kasim Bola ever met to have a debate? Just ask the guy. God is my witness, right? But if this guy, I know he's on my friend list, he's a sincere person. I had a debate with him. People who watched it, you saw it. It's on my YouTube, right? The guy is a sincere guy, right? He wasn't like the devious type of foolish scholars they have out there. So the guy is honest. This guy is the one I had a dialogue with, debate/dialogue. I never faced Kasim Bala, but Kasim Bala is lying confidently, telling people that he faced me in a debate.
the videos. I think he still have them on his platform.
Okay.
To lie again, you say, oh, I still did the videos. It was one video, and that one video is me and Abdul Rashid. What you, Kasim Bala, what you came to do is you came insulting me. I still have the video. I think, let me play it. I have the video. You, Kasim Bala. What you came to do is you came insulting me after I left the program. And you even told the guy not to bring me back to the platform for me to have the dialogue/debate with him. So let me find a video. I think I have it somewhere here. I'll find it, inshallah. Let me put it. Let me see if I can find it. Inshallah, I'll find it. Yeah. Timer classics uploads rivals. Oh, for those on my for those based in Finland here with me, I think they have the this thing. Let me see. Yeah, thank you very much. Rahman Ahmed. He says, I love the way you ignore the insult. I can tell you are very matured. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let me see. I have these videos here. Is it insult? Insult. Okay, I saved it on my other computer, but he has one of his videos here where they were insulting me. Right? I think I can play this one. But normally it's in Hausa language, but for people who speak Hausa, you can understand it. So I'll just play the video a bit, then you hear. The other one where he insulted me clearly.
Allah ya kare mu da shi, Allah ya sa mai albarka, kuma ya tabbatar da alheri cikin rayuwa. Sannan kai kuma da kanka farko da mun so mu yi wani magana mu nuna bacin ran mu kawo shi da kai, amma shi na kuma tunani na gan kaman kawo shi ya fi alheri. Saboda inda baka kawo shi ba da yanzu haka da ya za mu ji shi Kasim ya gwada mana ya wayar da shi. Haka ne. Allah ya kara maka kai da kanka, Allah ya sa albarka cikin rayuwarka. Wallahi abinda kai Allah baka lada. Kuma Malam Kasim wallahi kafara Allahu amsalukum. Muna fariya da ku sosai. Na farko shi wannan bawon Allah wancan shekara ya zo wani maganganu haka. Na fito na yi wani maganganu wadanda suka kira suka ce min.
This is in Hausa language, so but this is not the video. There's another video. I'll find it. I have it on my computer where that happened when he came after I did the dialogue and debate with the guy. Then he came on the platform. I wasn't there. Then he told the guy, don't bring him back. Then he started insulting me. He called me a madman. He called me a fool. He called me like a lamb. He called me a sheep. He kept calling me names, right? He was so infuriated because I embarrassed the guy on his own platform. And that is where now Kasim Bala came to Siddiq now. He's lying.
Okay. He says the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam follow his heart desire.
Now you see how they do. He's clearly uttering this word of lies. And these are the people who are going to tell you about God and his Rasul. These people going to tell you about God and his Rasul, and you believe them. This kind of bozos, this miscreant, this buffoon would actually tell you about God? No. They don't have anything to offer. This guy was actually there to defame my character, to defame my personality, so that people in Ghana can hate me. He's just telling Siddiq that I told him, Kasim Bola, that Prophet was following his desires. Subhanallah.
Since he said this, I was like, I'm going too far with somebody who does not even believe Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Now he goes to the extent that I'm going too far with somebody who doesn't believe in Rasulullah. Did I say I don't believe it? Is there any notion of doubt for people who listen to my lectures that I don't believe in Rasulullah? But this is the mushriks. I keep telling you they are mushriks.
So
you see, in the first place, we are not even, he's not even qualified for people like us to even have a debate with him.
Oh, Siddiq Bozo, don't say that. You are an amateur. I already did debate. You came and fumbled. You mess up. You humiliated yourself. So if you say I'm not qualified based on somebody's lies, you are fooling yourself, because we've already done a debate. And you came and made a mess of yourself. You pooped in front of everybody to see your toilets, how it smells. So you don't talk about waste of time or anything. I should be the one saying I wasted my time, because you are an amateur, Siddiq. You never did a debate. I gave you something to boast about, that you have done debate at least with babashuaib. So at least have some little pride that, oh, babashuaib gave me a record at least to also boast of making a debate online.
That's true.
Okay, good. So that brings that particular video to an end. This is Kasim Bola. For those based in Ghana, you know this guy, right? So this guy went to lie about me to Siddiq Bozo and lie about me, saying I said this about the prophet, I said that. Wallahi lazim, God bear me witness. I've never met him face to face in a discussion or a debate. But this guy went clearly in the broad daylight to lie about me. And this is defamation of character, because if anybody should see this without actually verifying, they will believe it. Because that guy is being listened to in Ghana. People listen to him, right? People listen to him online. They uphold his words. So now see how he's physically sitting down, lying. And yet he told Siddiq, I will give you the video. And we are waiting to see. Where is the video? The guy you said we should go to him, Abdul Rashid, he doesn't have any video of you and I doing a debate. All they will find is you insulting me. And I have that, all the insult you insult. I saved it for a reason. It is on my other computer, right? I have a laptop that I saved all the insults the scholars normally do or the clerics normally do against me. I save it for defamation of character. Because at the right time, I'll sue all of them. You mark it down. You see how even Siddiq, I nearly wanted to use his video for defamation of character. I think I can still use it for defamation of character, right? Not in the debate. He did it prior to the debate. He insulted me, calling me a madman, whatever, defaming my character. I can sue them to use that as a scapegoat so that anybody out there will be careful of uttering words out there about me, inshallah. Now, I put up a picture concerning some bozos in UK organizing a program. And they call it the hadith rejectors, and then they say the Quranists, and then they say the Quraniyun. And I'm going to put their picture. Let me see. I have the picture somewhere here. There's a reason why I want to put the picture on the screen, right? Where is it? I'll maximize it. There's a reason why I want to put the picture on the screen. Yeah, so let me put that picture on the screen. For those on Facebook and YouTube, you cannot see it, right? Sorry, for those on TikTok, you cannot see it. But however, I'm just a Hispanic Muslim, yeah? So this is the picture. I hope you can see it. This is the picture. Now, for those watching this picture, let me zoom it. You see the first person on the it has the name the Muslim cowboy, because he is the host. He is going to host this program, right? So we have the Muslim cowboy. They have the Uthman ibn Farouk. This guy is a liar. He's a bozo also. He's a mushrik, propagating hadith books. He's a liar. There's a lot of videos of him lying every time about the word Messiah, Masih. He says every prophet is a Masih. And then he lied about a lot of things. He lies about even the hadith books, right? So Uthman ibn Farouk. Then we have Ijaz. Most of them are based in, I think, UK, right? Then we have Ramzi. This guy, Ramzi, is like, I see him like a comedian, right? Some of them here, I think I've had discussion with them on Clubhouse, right? This Ramzi hates me so much. He hates me a lot, especially on Clubhouse. He hates me so much. Then we have Hamza from UK. Unfortunately, instead of becoming a proper Muslim, he went to join mushriks. Then there's Hashim, right? I think he's also from UK. Then there's Mansour from UK as well. Then there's this guy, Muhammad, right? So most of them, I think they are based in UK, and some of them from US. So what these guys do is, I'm going to give you an advice, right? The theme of their program is hadith rejectors, right? Hadith rejectors. They themselves, they reject some hadith. Because in the hadith, they have da'if, which is weak. They have hasan, which is good. They call it good. They have sahih, which is authentic. They have kudusi, which is they claim as is holy, and so on and so on. Then they have what we call the title under beneath. You can see they wrote Quranist, Quraniyun in Arabic. Then they write Quran only. Now, these people are the enemies of Islam. They are the real enemies of Islam. Because if you ask them one question, did the Prophet follow any other book aside the Quran? They will say no. Does that give us the right to call the Prophet a Quranist? They will tell you no. Does that give us the right to call him what? A hadith rejector? They will say no. But did he follow any other book aside the Quran? The answer is no. So these same people, they are doing these kind of programs. I will advise you, the ones who claim to follow the Quran for guidance, don't go on such platforms. This platform is not a platform for seeking the truth. They are not there to listen to you bringing the truth to them. That is why they have about 6 members or 8 members on the panel. When you go there, they are going to set you up as a scapegoat. It's just like entering in the water which possesses crocodiles. Even though you are a good swimmer, even though you are good at wrestling a crocodile, you are putting your life in danger when you go on such a platform. They are going to mess you up. Never expect justice in the hands of a corrupt leader. These people are corrupt already. They uphold the garbage books. You know that. So you are going to their platform to do what? To prove to them that, hey, I know the Quran, I'm going to show you the evidence. So you forgot what God says in Quran chapter 17, verse 45 to verse 46. Whenever you read the Quran, we place a concealed partition between you and those who do not believe in the hereafter. These people don't believe in the hereafter according to the Quran. According to them, the hadith is telling them the Prophet will come and say, Anallaha, this is my day, this is my day. So according to them, it is the hadith which will put them to paradise. Because the hadith is telling them on the day of judgment, all the prophets will fail except Prophet Muhammad. He will say, Anallaha, come to me. It is for me. Come to me. They are lying to you that we go to Abraham. Abraham say, I cannot do anything. Isa, nothing. Musa, nothing. Noah, nothing. Come to Muhammad. Hey, I will put you to Jannah for free. Yes, this is what they are, these books. So if these people believe in God and his deen, do you think they will mess up, they will fabricate such lies and attribute it to God and his messenger? Do you understand? So you don't go to such platforms trying to convince them anything. They are not going to listen to you. They will never even take you seriously. They are going to make a mockery of you. So I've seen people send me the pictures and they say, brother, are you going to go on such a platform? To do what? To convince who there? Tell me. Of course, I would love to face them one-on-one. We can organize. I can organize with each one of them. You see how I'll mess them up. Face to face. Wallahi. None of them there can face me one-on-one. None of them on that platform can face me one-on-one. But you going on such a platform which possesses about 8 of them. Look how many people are hosting. 8 people. And then you going on that platform to recite a verse or to read a Quran to them so that it does what? So that they will be convinced and follow you. And come and follow you. Huh? Seriously? I've had discussion with somebody like Farid. Farid normally joins such a platform. Farid, we have had respectable discussions before on Clubhouse, right? Like I said, there's this guy I needed so badly. His name is Jake Brancatella. He call himself the Muslim metaphysician or whatever. I wish I can get him one-on-one. I'll mess him up. I saw when he was following the Quran alone, how he was struggling with the Quran and certain issues of the Quran, right? So he intentionally went to join this kind of group to make a mockery of you. Yes, because he knows your weakness. You don't go on such a platform trying to prove yourself. Trying to prove what to this kind of miscreants? What are you going to prove? What are you going to tell them? To quote a verse? Do you think they are there for a verse? Can't you see the title? They are tagging you hadith rejector. What is the best hadith? Is it not the Quran? Do you reject the Quran? The answer is no. They are rather the hadith rejectors. So why go on the platform in the first place? They are tagging you Quranist. Is that your name? Is that a, or you agree it's a sect you've created for yourself? All God asks you to be is a Muslim. God asks you to be a Muslim. Aslim. So you submit to God. God never say you should be a Quranist. Quraniyun doesn't exist. Quranist doesn't exist. Hadith rejector, where is that from? They are giving you that name so that they want you to accept that, and then they make you as a sect. Just like when Jesus came to the children of Israel, Matthew chapter 15 verse 24, Jesus was not sent but to the lost sheep of Israel. When he was sent to them, he didn't say, I brought Christianity to you. It was after him people start tagging the followers of Jesus as Christians because they follow Christ. So then they say Christians, Christians. So then you accepted the name and started calling yourself Christianity, Christians, Christianity. Did Jesus bring a religion called Christianity? No. Jesus only wanted you to submit yourself to God. James chapter 4 verse 7. That's what Jesus came to preach you. Submit yourself to God. He told you, none will enter into the kingdom of heaven but the one who does the will of the Father above, right? I think Matthew chapter 7 verse 21 downwards, right? So if you don't do the will of God, that does not make you a submitter. Simple. You are here to be a submitter to God. Don't let people start name calling you, giving you tags, and you accept it. No, you are not an hadith rejector. You don't reject the Quran. The Quran is the ahsan al hadith. I will be a fool to uphold garbage books over the Quran. Yes, I will be a fool. These people uphold their garbage books over the Quran. That's why they are making a mockery of you. Look at the title. Just look at the title. Just look at the title. They put hadith rejectors. Then they wrote Quranist. Then they wrote Quraniyun. Then they wrote Quran only. What makes you think you are there to prove anything to these people? Do you understand? It's just like a den they created for themselves. So you come one, you watch how they will do the program. They will allow one person at a time. They will allow you one person to come. Then they will ask you a question to make a fool out of you. They set you as a scapegoat. You throw the challenge on to them. Tell them any of them should be man enough to face babashuaib one-on-one and see how they'll be running like donkeys. None of them will dare. I dare any of them. Any of them. Wallahi, any of them there to face me one-on-one. They will never dare. So don't fool yourselves to go on such platforms and thinking you are going to convince these people to come and follow the Quran. None. Quran chapter 2 verse 6. وَسَوَاهُمْ عَلَيْهِمْ أَأَنْزَرْتَهُمْ أَلَّمْ تُنْزِرُهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Right? It is the same whether you want them or you do not want them. They will never believe in you what you have to present to them. None, never. A lot of the sisters have gone to these guys to tell them, come and face Babasha. They are running. Hamza had one of the sisters, Sister Benny. She contacted him. He is not coming. Sister Natalia contacted Jake Brancatella. Come and face Babasha. He is not coming. I myself have had discussions with Farid himself. Of course, he is not on this platform, but normally he joins the group. I've had discussions with him on Clubhouse. For people who are on Clubhouse before, you know that. I even have one of the recordings, but unfortunately, it's not for the public. But the point is, you guys don't understand the game these people are playing with you. These people want to make a mockery of you. They want you to accept a name for yourself, which is not part of Islam. You understand? So never expect justice in the hands of a corrupt leader. These people are corrupt. These people you are seeing there, they have an agenda. And then you think, oh, hey, mushriks are organizing a program. I'm going there to prove to them the Quran, mashallah. Then you come on and you say, hey, I'm here to recite the verses of God to you. And then they are going to make you look dumb. I'm serious. Somebody say, hey, brother, it would be nice for you to hop on to hop on to do what? Who is the moderator? Who is the host? I was even having a debate with Siddiq Bozo, an amateur. I even gave him the privilege to be my host. Do you see how unjust he was? Do you see how he couldn't follow rules? So this is even Siddiq, ordinary Siddiq Bozo, one. Was he able to follow the rules? No. Was he able to be just? No. And then you expect this kind of bozos to be just to you? You go on their platform, 8 of them, so that they do what for you? So that you go and tell them what? You recite verses to them, translations, and then you ask you, which translation are you reading? And you go and say, I'm reading Sahih International. They start laughing at you because Sahih International is translated by women, right? Women from the US, they did Sahih International translation. So you go and read a Sahih International translation. Then they ask you, how do you know this is the Quran? Then you are like, they are just there to make a fool out of you. Please, if you respect yourself, don't go on such a platform. I'm serious. Never, ever try to go on such a platform saying you are going to convince them. Are you saying they don't know some of us who do lectures on the Quran? Why don't they send us invitation one-on-one? Tell the guy Ramzi, tell the guy Ibn Uthman Ibn Farouk, tell the guy Hamza, tell them to dare invite the correction officer one-on-one. They shouldn't make a group like 5-10 people. No, one-on-one. Allah Sumbardara, they'll stop laughing. I'll set them up as scapegoats. They think I'm here to joke. Do I look like a joker? I'm from Nima, Ghana. Ask of Nima, they will tell you. Rahman Ahmed, I have a problem with Qibla FM since 2018. They are hypocrites. I've been on Qibla FM before. They don't respect. The guy there, no, he doesn't deserve my attention, right? He has sabotaged me before. So I asked him, I'm never stepping on Qibla FM till he asks for, till he actually tells the people the truth concerning what he did against me. I was once on Qibla FM doing a program and he took my program off air, right? He took it off air. So when I realized it and I was telling him, hey man, my audience told me you took my program off air. And then all of a sudden he just opened up question and answer section. So the idea of the question and answer is somebody asks you a question, you just answer him, then he'll drop the person to bring the next person. So when somebody asks me the question, then the person says, when I answered him, that the person says, I'm not convinced. And I said, well, you don't have to be convinced. Answer is answer. You are not convinced, that's okay. Give the next person chance to come. So then the person refused to step down. Then I told the host, what did we agree? The guy is not convinced. I'm not here to convince anybody. If I say the truth, Quran chapter 18, verse 29, the truth is from your Lord. Whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. A mushrik is telling me he's not convinced. How should I convince him? Should I crack his head to put the conviction there? So I told you, the host, let him go. And then you, the host, started saying something. And I told you that thing is wrong. It's not correct. You are insisting. Then I said, where is the proof? Right? So he got offended. Then I said, host, you brought me to do a program. If you don't want me to do the program, then it's better I leave. Right? So when I said it's better I leave, then he took me off the program. He took me off. Then he told the audience that I signed out. You understand? He told the audience that I signed out. So I sent him the message. I said, what happened? I didn't take myself out. Why are you telling people I signed out? You took me off the program. And then he insulted me. And then that's it. So I told him, no, I'm never going to step on Qibla FM till they ask for apologies publicly. And till date, Qibla FM has blocked my name, babashuaib, my ID, my Facebook name. They blocked me. So if Qibla FM is making a program, I cannot access it. Wallahi lazim. I'm not joking with Qibla FM has blocked me. If they are listening now, let them say if I'm lying. They blocked me. If I open Qibla FM, I cannot access it. Right? And so I'm never going to step on such a platform till they publicly apologize. They are hypocrites. The guy Fuad is a hypocrite. I know the guy about God. He's a hypocrite. A lot of you know him, right? Faris King says what? I would love to close their chapter and seek our means to the highest ranks of at our Lord, whether they listen to the verses they can't hear. Exactly. Hadithrejector says, true, they are not there to have a honest debate, but to mock and ridicule. Yes, I agree. Sadiq Ali says, babashuaib, most of them will never want to debate because themselves know what they follow isn't from God. So they just like to hear themselves speak gibberish. Yes, that's true. Bilal Jibril, yeah, thank you very much. Limpo Tamalgu says, you are a very intelligent teacher. Thanks for, I appreciate that. Thank you. Salam, Book of Huda. Musa said, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you as well. Nul says, this just makes me cry. As is said in the Quran, my people have abandoned the Quran. Yes, that is a fact. They have abandoned the Quran, and that's how it should be, because they don't like the truth. IA says only 1% will make it to Jannah. We can't all go. Why can't they see that? When you are with the majority, you are surely in the wrong. Yes, I agree with you. Quran chapter 6, verse 116. If you obey most of those on earth, they will mislead you from the way of God. That is true. Right? So Null says, thank you, brother, for addressing these UK street dawah fools. You're welcome. They are bozos. Please kindly tag them as bozos. Don't use the word fool or anything. Just say bozos. They are bozos. Yes. So Book of Buddha says they will never want to debate because they are going to put their careers in the grave after a live stream with Baba. Yeah, I know that. Oh, for real. And that's why they are scared to face me face to face. You know, so people asking me about the debate with Siddiq Bozo. The idea is the live stream is there, the Facebook, the video is there. So you can all see the mishaps, the lies, you know, the inconsistencies in his claims. He doesn't even know his own hadith books. He made a fool out of himself. You understand? So this is what I made the sectarians do. When I debated with Fahim from South Africa, the same thing. I made him make a fool out of himself, right? Let me see. I think I have the. Let me see if I have one of the videos here. I can play it for you. Is it? Yeah. Normally, it's good to let them admit that the Quran is the key, and in order to make a fool out of themselves. And when they make the fool out of themselves, they don't realize it, right? They don't realize they are making a fool out of themselves. Yeah. Salam Rodney 2. Yes, you're welcome. I'm looking for one particular video to play here. Let's hope I find it on time. There is one video of this guy. Oh, let's hope I find it. Yeah. Yes, you can kindly ask me about 1 or 2 questions before I go. I still have some time before I go. So I've done 1 hour 40 minutes. So Nuruddin Yusufia says, Baba, why won't you send some of your message in either Tree nor Hausa for our local parents, since they will find it difficult to understand you? Nuruddin, I've been thinking of such a thing. Actually, when I started doing my thing, my audio, I had audios in the past where I did in Hausa language, and that's how I started the audio. That was around, I think it was around June, or is it April, May, June of 2018. I started with audio. I've been doing audios in Hausa language and, you know, the Quran, and then sending out to people. It was beneficial. A lot of the elders used to listen to it a lot. However, I transcended to the stage of making videos in English because a lot of the people in Ghana, and then the official language is English. So usually when you have somebody at home who can actually tell these parents what it actually means or what the message is about, it will be beneficial. However, I do have some few videos I did in Hausa language. The reason why I stopped, because you don't limit the message to just a minority. Remember, English is a global language. So I chose English so that I can reach the masses in the world, right? So that is why I'm using the global English, the globish. So I speak whether if you're from Australia, whether you're from USA, UK, you understand what I mean, right? Whether you're from Nigeria, Ghana, you understand what I mean, because it's a global English, right? I cannot help everybody. Neither cannot I guide everybody. It is the duty of God to do that. So Quran chapter 2 verse 272, God says, "Laysa alayka hudahum, walakin Allah yahdi man yasha." Their guidance is not upon you. However, God guides whomever He wills. So the best I can do is what I'm doing. Whoever my message can reach, Allahu alam, that's what I can do. I can't reach everybody. Neither can I convince everybody. Right? So I agree with you saying that why don't I do Twi and in Hausa, but that will exhaust me. The best I can do is what I'm doing now, right? So I wish some people like me in Ghana can be doing the Twi version or Hausa version. I know the time will come, right? Lamin B. Sonko from Gambia. Yes, hello, you're welcome. So Dana says all these are at Speaker's Corner. I stopped watching it, alhamdulillah, so I didn't like their presentation at all. Very condescending and rude. Yes, they are very rude. I know. They are very, very rude. These bozos you have on the screen, they will only debate if it is one of you and 5 of them ganging up on you in the live stream. Yes, cutting you off and muting you when they want to speak. Yes, that's what they do. I know. They are very good at it. They do that to frustrate people. So that's why I'm advising people against going on such a platform, right? Yes. So Farid, yes, thank you very much. You're welcome, Kudisia. Faris King says the time will surely. Yes, time will come, inshallah. The references is what I presented to those that are ready to know the God. Yes. When people are willing to understand God, you give them the references from the Quran. They are willing to make a research and understand. But when people hate what the message of God, nothing you will say will help them to reason. You understand? So somebody says, Baba, is it okay to put? No, it's not okay. It's not okay, because if you understand the implication of the word sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is not inspired by the Quran. Nowhere did the Quran ever say, ever, I repeat, nowhere in the Quran ever say when the Prophet's name is mentioned, you should say sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No. Nowhere. However, Quran chapter 27 verse 59, when any chosen servant of God's name is mentioned, you can say alayhi salam, peace be upon him. There's nothing wrong. Quran chapter 37, when you read chapter 37, it's talking about all the prophets and the messengers, and then you see salamu ala Ibrahim, salamu ala Ilyasin, salamu ala, it goes Musa wa Harun, subhana rabbika izzata amma yasifun wa salamu ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. So saying salam for any chosen servant of God is a sign of respect, right? It doesn't mean your salam will put him to paradise. No, it's just a sign of respect. When a prominent person chosen by God is mentioned, you can say alayhi salam. But sallallahu alayhi wasallam, do you understand it? No. If you don't understand, refrain from what you don't understand. Nowhere did God ever say, if any prophet or Prophet Muhammad's name is mentioned, you should say sallallahu alayhi wasallam. It's not there. It's not there. Don't put what is not there. How can you let it be there when it's not there? Don't put it there, please. Quran chapter 33 verse 56, where it says, Huwa allazi inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu tasliman, has nothing to do with saying peace and blessings upon him. No. Please refrain from doing that. It is the hadith actually advising you to do that. The Prophet doesn't need your blessings. I'm serious. You are telling God what? Peace and blessings be upon who? The Prophet Muhammad? He doesn't need your blessings. God has already blessed him. What are you going to send blessings? You yourself sending the blessing. Have you finished being blessed? Have you finished blessing your family? Is it the prophet that God has already approved? You are going to bless. Come on, let's reason for once. Let's reason. Quran is here for people who have akal to reason, right? So let's reason. So Dana says, is there any scholars that you recommend for lectures on knowledge? There are respected brothers out there. I have brothers like people who have programs like there's Anwar Sheikh. I like the way he do some of his programs. There's brother Hamza Malik. Also, of course, the names I mentioned, even it's not like we agree with each other 100% on everything. But however, knowledge is diverse. You don't just take knowledge from one angle. You have to understand perspectives. Then you weigh up the options and choose the best, right? So Quran chapter 39 verse 18, always put it into place. And Quran chapter 17 verse 36, put it into place. Do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. And again, when you listen to the word, follow the best of it. Don't just listen and think because babashuaib is speaking, so you think everything. No. So even in the same house, a father and the mother can disagree and agree. A father and the children can agree and disagree. A children and the mother can agree and disagree. It goes everywhere. In Quran chapter 8, verse 5 to verse 6, even the believers with Prophet Muhammad, they got angry with the truth when the Prophet brought the truth to them. Some of them got angry. They were averse. That doesn't necessarily mean that always people will agree with you. But however, there are difference of understanding. Take the case of Musa alayhi salam, Quran chapter 18. You start reading from verse 65 up to verse 83. It clearly tells you that Musa alayhi salam went to seek for knowledge, but he didn't agree with his teacher because they were having misunderstanding. Even though he came to his teacher to seek for knowledge, he kept challenging the teacher. Whenever the teacher does something, he will say, why did you do this? You could have done it this way. No need to do this. No need to do that. It tells you knowledge is diverse. Some people who understand things this way, you might understand it that way. That doesn't necessarily mean they are wrong, but it's about perspective. You weigh the options, right? So people like Brother Hamza Malik, yes, we do agree in a common ground, but we have differences as well, of course. And there's Anwar Sheikh. I think I like his program. And then there's this one sister who contacted me. I forgot her name. People were asking me about Al-Moses. Al-Moses, of course, we might agree in some few things, but there are some extreme topics he discussed that I don't agree with, right? But I don't know his motives, right? As you can see, babashuaib, this is me. You see my face, you see who I am, right? I'm not here to mislead people, lie to the people, or and this is why I'm doing it for the sake of God. That's why I'm not scared of anybody, because I know what I'm doing is genuine, right? And I keep calling for debate or dialogues. When people say I'm lying, I'm open for discussion. However, Dr. Hani, when I spoke about Dr. Hani last time, I think he wasn't happy about it. So he came to my YouTube channel commenting, and he was trying to insult me, right? But I didn't take his comments seriously because I saw his page, Marvelous Quran, coming to comment on my page. Because I would prefer professionally or reasonably if you contact me via email and ask for a dialogue or discussion. I would love to do that with him. But going to my page to comment or write insult, it shows that the level of IQ that such a person has, right? Book of Huda says, does this mean that Musa alayhi salam wasn't wrong for differing with his teacher? Hamza Malik rejects Surah Al-Fatiha. So isn't this a serious thing? Somehow you ask a good question. Brother Hamza Malik, as far as I'm concerned, never rejects Fatiha. He only said it is not part of the Quran. To some extent, this is the wisdom behind what he said. You see, when you take Surah Al-Fatiha, it opens the Al-Kitab. There's a difference between Al-Kitab and Al-Quran. When you go to Quran chapter 15 verse 87, it gives you the hint. وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَاكَ سَبَأً مِنَ الْمَثَانِ وَقُرْآنَ الْعَظِيمِ. The Quran is a guidance for mankind. It's a message for mankind, right? The Quran. But when you take Fatiha, Fatiha is the only chapter standing on its own as a dua, as a supplication to God, right? So Fatiha is like a dua. That's why we call it Fatiha. It is like the opener. It opens the book. So that is why when you finish reading Fatiha, when you go to chapter 2, it says Alif Lam Mim. Then it says Zalika al-Kitab. It didn't say Haza al-Kitab. Had he said Haza, Haza means something in front of you. He says Zalika, which shows that previous generations have been given the al-Kitab as well. So this same al-Kitab was repeated again. So he says Zalika al-Kitab la rayba fihi hudan lil muttaqin, right? So now you start reading, you go. So the understanding thereof is when you take Fatiha, we don't assign Fatiha as part of the great Quran, Quran al-Azim. The Saba'a min al-Masani is isolated from the Quran. The Fatiha is opening the Al-Kitab, whilst the Quran is Baqarah to An-Nas. So that is the message to mankind. This is the wisdom behind this statement. But to blatantly say that Brother Hamza Malik rejects Fatiha, or to say Fatiha, no, not in that sense. Maybe is a notion of understanding the perspective he's talking about. And again, to talk about Musa alayhi salam having differing views with his teacher, whatever Musa said was correct. Whatever Musa said against his teacher, Quran chapter 18 verse 65, you read up to verse 82, whatever Musa says is correct. However, it is about perspective, right? It is about perspective. Number one, you enter a ship with somebody, and then the person started puncturing hole in the ship. Logic tells you this ship will drown. That is logic. So you are in the right to say, hey, why are you puncturing the hole in the ship? Because you are going to drown us. There's nothing wrong with what Musa said. However, there's a knowledge of Gaib, the unseen, that Moses didn't see. You understand? So in Quran chapter 12, God says, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. Above every possessor of knowledge, there is the one who is all-knowing. So knowledge is diverse. There is a particular type of knowledge you know to some extent. There is something which actually is upgraded over that knowledge where you stopped. There's something beyond that. So I give an example. When we all started academically, class 1, our teachers, they teach us alphabet separately, and then they teach us numbers separately. They don't join them together when you start class 1. The reason is they will confuse your brain when they join 1 and A together. But whilst you're learning alphabet separately and learning numbers separately, guess what? When you reach to class 4 or class 5 or class 6, they start saying X plus 1 is equal to Y, find X or find Z. In that instance, it will make sense to you because they've already taught you the advanced types of knowledge for you to understand that letters and numbers can be joined. But when you start in class 1 and they tell you letters and numbers can be joined, what will you say? You'll be laughing. You think whoever is speaking to you is crazy because you are being told numbers and letters, we don't join them together. Do you get what I mean? So Musa's understanding from his teacher at that time, Musa was right. How will you just be walking, you see innocent kid, and then you just kill the kid? Is it allowed? No. It's a blasphemy. It's a bad thing to do. Salam liman imrana. Do you understand my point? But however, the other servant is having a particular knowledge Musa doesn't have. So in that instance, it's just about perspectives. So then you sit each other down and have a discussion. Brother Hamza Malik and I have had discussions in the past. Private discussions. I won't say publicly. We've had phone calls. We've had talks. You know, we do talk. right? We are still okay with each other. We are cool. It's just that we don't have the times as we had before. He normally has Zoom discussion where he will send me the invite, right? I just don't have the time because of the time difference. But the point is, what I want people to understand is knowledge is diverse and it's about perspective. Whilst you are going in deep, you don't just have to agree with somebody just because you understand, you think he's in the right or wrong. No, you have to investigate for yourself. If you don't agree with him on a particular subject, right? Just check the foundation of his faith. Does he believe in the book of God? Yes, he believes. Does he, you understand? Does he believe this is the source of? Yes, he believes. But however, you have some differences in understanding, which is the point I'm trying to say. So same goes with Al-Moses, right? I've done a program with Al-Moses before, right? If I was an enemy or he was an enemy, I don't think I would go on his platform to have a discussion. No. But however, people, as time goes on, people will be having weird views. And you might think, what is wrong with this person? You know, look, the person is just telling you to believe him by force, right? It's your choice. You can take it or leave it. You don't agree with him, put that aside. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't agree with all the sensible things he has been saying. You can agree with all the sensible things he says. Do you understand? Yes, so that's the point. Yeah, you're welcome, Brother Hamza Malik. So yes, Book of Huda. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate your understanding. So that is the point. You know, so many a times what people don't understand is they think when somebody like me, babashuaib, I sit here, I'm not saying I'm the most knowledgeable. However, I've been fortunate enough to be presented with a gift of knowledge that I can present it to the people. I'm not saying you should agree with me by force. No. The duty on you is to investigate what I say, because I can make a slip of a tongue. The other day, where is the brother? Mumadi Pedro, right? Mumadi Pedro, I made a slip of a tongue. He watched my video, he scrutinized it carefully and sent me the link. And he's like, brother, did you actually say this? When I saw it, I said, wow, I made a slip of a tongue. Do you see the point? So what we are telling you, the audience, is to listen carefully and then examine what we say and then filter and take the best of what we say. That's what the Quran advises you. Because to err is human. Somebody will say, what? Prophet Muhammad himself made a mistake. Quran chapter 66 verse 1. And God questioned him, why do you forbid what God has made lawful for you? Right? So we can make mistakes. And we can also make corrections. So what people don't understand is people can have difference of view. It's normal. It's never a wrong thing to have difference of view. Like I said, you just need to understand the foundation of faith and belief of each other. Is it the foundation we are all based on? Yes. So how come you are seeing this as black and I'm seeing it as white? Then we have a discussion. Okay, when you sit from here, you can see it as white. Okay, now I understand why you see it as white. Because I give you an example. From the camera, when you look at this, you see number 6, right? Number 6. When I turn it like this, you see number 9, right? Okay. So this is it. When somebody is standing under here, this paper, they will see it as 6, while somebody is standing above will see it as 9. The one standing in front, if he says I can see 9, he's not wrong. The one standing here, if he says I see 6, he's not wrong. Do you get my point? The one standing in the middle, if he says I can see 6, he's not wrong. Now, to establish the truth, you sit down and have a discussion. Initially, what number was written? So now you go back to the writer, the one who wrote the number. Only the writer of the number can separate the arguments. So the writer of the number, we go to babashuaib, you ask, babashuaib, what number initially? What number did you write? Then babashuaib will say, I wrote 6. Is there any room for argument again? No, argument ends. Because initially the writer wrote 6. What is there to argue about again? Nothing. And that is why when we have differentiation or argument in anything, Quran chapter 4, verse 59, فَإِن تَنَعَزَاتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ, when you dispute about anything, then you refer it back to what God and the messenger. And we find in the Quran. Because whatever God says is in the Quran, whatever the messenger will say is in the Quran. So now we go back to the messenger, God and the messenger, right? So then this is when somebody will say, okay, in the Quran, I see it as black. Somebody will say, I see it as blue. So this is where knowledge comes into perspective. So then you try to weigh up things with your knowledge and pick up the best of it. Simple. And this is why we, such people, we do such programs to enlighten you, the masses. Then you get to pick up what to follow. As long as the guidance you are taking up is from the Quran or is from the book of God, then khalas, you're done. Nothing to fear because you're following the word of God. Do you understand? You are not taking somebody's opinion or assumption, because before you heard what babashuaib or somebody else said, you weigh the option so that you will not look like a sheep going to explain yourself. Say, oh, I heard babashuaib says there are only 3 salats, so I also followed it. No, don't do that. Try to investigate. So this is the point. So thank you. Yes, Mohammed Elami says perspective. Yes, perspective comes into play when it comes to knowledge. It's very, very important. And that is why even in mathematics, we have different formulas to the same answer. Yes, there are different formulas to the same answer. It's never a wrong thing. There can be different formulas to the same answer. Perspective carries the issue here, right? And also, always pay attention to yes, Muhammad Elamin, yes, innaka la tahdi man hababta. Yeah, walakin Allah yahdi man yasha. Yes, you cannot guide the one you like or love, but God guides whomever he wills, right? So guidance is in the hand of God, right? Yeah, so Book of Huda says, enlightening. I will read Musa alayhi salam's story with a new insight. Yes, yes. So Musa was not wrong at all. Whatever Musa did was right, but it was from his perspective, which the teacher knew more than he knew. So Musa was not wrong at all, right? But somebody's perspective can be greater than yours. And that's why you draw things into contrast and then you pick up, you tap in somebody's knowledge and then add to yours. This is how we grow with each other going forward. Yes. So I spoke about the mushriks, the problem with the mushriks, and I spoke about the lie the guy tried to do against me just to defame me. I have the evidence for defamation. I might sue him when the time is right. And also I spoke about this, the bozos who organize that hadithrejector programs. Beware, if you are a Muslim, avoid such a platform, because those people are just there to ridicule you, to make a mockery out of you, to you understand, to set you up as a scapegoat. So be careful of that, right? I'll be bringing the program to an end soon. I think last week somebody asked me a question. Yeah, somebody asked me a question. I'm coming to answer that question before I go, right? Sister Dana says, yes, the father of my child who invited me to Islam over 13 years ago said, don't listen to me, go to seek the knowledge yourself, to which I did. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, that's good. You understand? He has been good by giving you such an advice. It is very helpful. It's beneficial to both of you. And may it be you have learned certain things he has no idea about, and you are able to help him, right? So let me see the question I was asked. So somebody says, Adam Abdul Rahim says, salam to you. Yeah, peace to you, Fatima Chin. So let me answer this question before we go. There was a question I was asked during I think 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I didn't see the question on time. It was asked by this brother Kamal Sunusi. He says, my question is about Tijaniya. I want to know much about them. I was invited to be in their midst. They recited Astaghfirullah, Allahumma salli ala, and then Salat al-Fatih, La ilaha illallah. I want to know, they told me I have to be doing it every day in order to get close to God. That's the doing of a believer. Please, correctional officer, elaborate this, please. Okay, so your question is based on the Tijaniyas, right? Tijaniyas, they are a minority sectarian group based in Africa, normally from Morocco and Senegal, and then it spread to the western part of Africa, right? We call them Tijaniya, formed by Ahmed Tijani. This sect, they are part of the Sufis. So they are also mainstream from the Sunni ideology, but they have isolated themselves because of the tasbih and Salat al-Fatih things they do. So this person is asking me about that group. I've already done videos where I've told you belonging to such denominations, it will make you a sectarian. And being a sectarian, you are closer to becoming a mushrik, right? I'm not saying all of them are mushriks, right? But being in that kind of ideology, because you'll be following norms and rules which are not from God. Yeah, so you have to be careful in such denominations when you join. That's all I can say to you. Be careful. Faris says metaphysics in the Quran, as of from the story of Musa and the teacher. Now, I think I've made a video concerning Musa and his teacher before. I don't know if I still have it on YouTube. However, Musa's teacher is not a normal human being. You will not go where the two seas meet to go and meet a normal human being. A normal human being doesn't live in such place. If you clearly check the structure of the story, Quran chapter 18, verse 65 to verse 82, it clearly tells you this is an angel in the human form. Because if you see the notion of we intended, we being used multiple of times concerning when the teacher is talking to Musa, he says we. Now it is the angels who are who are normally used to using such a statement, we, nahnu. You understand? Or aradna. Now, when you go back, visit the chapter again, chapter 18, verse 65 to verse 82, read it with care, pay attention to the details, right? You understand it wasn't an ordinary human being Musa alayhi salam went to meet, right? So if you draw the contrast of chapter 32 verse 11, you understand the angel of death in whose charge you have placed, he is the one to cause your death. So it's not just a normal human being who will just go and see a kid walking and then slaughter the kid's head. No. Muhammad Alami says the guidance is from God. We are to take the initiative to seek the truth, and it's God who uses people like Brother Shuaib and any other men and women to carry the message, not particularly to guide people, but remind and warn. So I thank you, brother, for this heavy effort you carry. I appreciate that, brother Alami. God bless you too. Book of Huda says, hey, Baba, I have the same drinking glass from IKEA, right? Yes, from IKEA. It's written under it, IKEA. I don't know if you can see it. IKEA, right? You see it, IKEA. Yes, it is. I'm almost coming to an end. So let me see if anybody has asked any question. Then I can bring. Yes, I actually know more than him, though. He didn't even know Muhammad was mentioned by name only 5 times. And that stoning was not in the Quran, but I just tried follow. Yeah, that's good, Sister Dana. This is good about reading, studying. You understand? It's good to read and study. Is there an instance where normal human beings possess that knowledge? It depends. It takes a messenger to have that knowledge. I put the verse on the screen. Quran chapter 72, verse verse 26, right? I'm going to put the verse on the screen where a normal human being will only possess this knowledge if God wills for it to happen. So in Quran chapter 72 verse 26, it says, Alimul ghaibi fala yuzhiru ala ghaibihi ahada illa martada min rasul, right? فإنه يسلك من بين أيديه ومن خلفه رصدا. ليعلم أن قد أبلغوا رسالات ربهم وأتى بما لديهم وأسى كل شيء عددا. So chapter 72 verse 26, it says, Knower of the unseen, for he does not manifest his unseen to anyone except whom he has approved as a messenger. Then indeed surveillance will pursue in front of him and behind him, in order to know that he, the messenger, has conveyed the messages of their Lord, and he, God, has encompassed whatever is with them and has counted all things in number. Now, so when you check from the perspective I've put this verse, it clearly tells you God can actually grant a human being the knowledge of the unseen only if he has approved that such a person as a messenger. Yes, he can do that, right? So we've seen the likes of Yusuf alayhi salam when he entered the prison, how he was able to tell the people about the gaib, the prisoners. We saw the notion of Isa alayhi salam when he came to his people, how he was able to do the miracles and then tell them what he can about what they can eat, what they cannot eat, about the future and others. These are on the unseen, right? So a human being can be gifted that gift. But the reason why I'm saying revisit chapter 18 verse 65 to verse 82, restudy it again. The word we was used about 3 times. The we, normally angels use that instance. So you can confirm that in Quran chapter 37. Start reading from 150 downwards. You see the notion of angels always using we are the arrangers. That's why the surah is called Safat, the arrangers, right? So Book of Ida says, will you be doing a program on Al-Musi's PhD anytime soon? I'm thinking of that. I'll be doing it. However, I wanted to do a video on Salat, a new video on Salat. When I finish the video on Salat, the Salat tutorial, I will go and visit Moses AI on some of the topics, the things he has explained. Benjamin Sheikh says, you should debate with nasty Salafist Dawa team members who are famous, such as Shamsi or Muhammad Hijab. You will gain a lot of followers by exposing their stupidity to their followers. My notion is not actually to gain followers who are not intelligent. I'm looking for intelligent followers to God, who will follow God. I'm not just looking for attention of crowd. No. That's why I write on my platforms. I'm only here to lecture the intelligent people to the truth in religion. I'm not here to convince the masses and say, hey, babashuaib is here, the correctional. No. So I'm looking for intelligent people who are willing to learn, and then we can be a team together towards God. That's what I'm looking for. Faisal Hussein says, Salam, good to see you. Salam, good to see you. Book of Huda, no problem. We'll see you later, inshallah. Mustafa Khan says, love you all, brothers and sisters. Stay strong in the way of God, united. Yeah, thank you. Musa Khan says, what? Salam alaikum, babashuaib. I would like to thank you for this live stream. Keep doing this work, good work, and may Allah bless you for this. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sheikh, help me to understand this. I saw a video of Quraniyun in Nigeria who talk of Bil. You want to say Bilal? And some pillars of Islam, as that is Quran. Bilal's name is not in the Quran. Pillars of Islam, what do you mean? In the Quran, there's nothing like 5 pillars of Islam. No, in the Quran, it doesn't mention 5 pillars of Islam. However, is the scholars who have adequately guided such things to say we have Salat, we have Shahada, we have Zakat, we have Sawm Ramadan, we have Hajj al-Bayt. That's what they will say, right? They guided it as 5 pillars of Islam. You can do all this, but if you fail in the believing of God, believing of his angels, believing of his messengers, believing of his books, believing in the day of judgment, you have failed. Quran chapter 2, verse 136, and Quran chapter 4, verse 136. I can put it on the page. Yes, Surah An-Nisa, Quran chapter 4, verse 136. If you fail all these things mentioned in Quran chapter 4, verse 136, you are out of coverage area, right? Aha. So let me check on TikTok before I go. Let me check. I'll ask some question. Byro King, you ask a question I didn't see. Can you repeat the question? Sheikh, what is the Quran's take on ablution? The word ablution is not found in the Quran. The word wudu is not found in the Quran. What? However, the word ghusl, to wash, is found in the Quran. Chapter 5, verse 6 and chapter 4, verse 43. In chapter 5, verse 6, there is the notion of washing. However, the mainstream Muslims will call it ablution because that is the definition of ablution outside the context of the Quran. So ablution, yes, we can say you find it in the Quran. What is it for? It's for the salat. You understand? You only do that washing for salat. Quran chapter 5 verse 6, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu iza kuntum ila salat fagusiluhum wujuhakum wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiq wa umsaw bi ru'usikum wa arjulakum ila al-ka'bayn. So this is the concept of the ghusl, the wash in the Quran, right? For the salat, right? So Byro King, I don't see your question. Can I see? Byro King says, why accept Quran and reject hadith? Because Quran tells me to reject the hadith. Quran chapter 45 verse 6, it says, Tilka ayatullahi natluha alayka bilhaq, fabi hadisi ba'dallahi wa ayati yuminun. These are the verses of God which we recite to you in truth. So in which hadith, after God and his verses, will you believe? That's the question. So if you tell God you want to believe in Sahih Bukhari, you are a hypocrite. Because he says, Wailul likulli affakin athim. Woe to every sinful liar. Who are they? Who listen to the word verses of God being recited to him and insist arrogantly as if he has not heard them. Right? Woe to you. That is why I reject hadith, because God asked me to reject it. Peace, as a translator of the Quran, can you share anything you find about its grammar that can help when reading the Quran for non-Arabic speakers? Yes, I have a video. If you go on my YouTube channel, I have a video. It's titled The Barrier Between Us and the Quran. I advise anybody to watch that video. It's called The Barrier Between Us and the Quran. Kindly watch that video. It is found in the playlist. The playlist is Know Your Religion. You'll find it there. Know Your Religion. Just search correctional officer, the barrier between us and the Quran. Right? You'll find that video. Let me see if I can find it here. I'll put it. The barrier between us and the Quran. Yeah, let me share the screen so you see the video. When you go to my YouTube channel, this is the video. You can see it on the page. This is the title of the video, right? I hope you can see it. That is the title of the video. Kindly share on my YouTube channel. It's called The Barrier Between Us and the Quran. Kindly watch if you have not watched it before. I did it about one year ago. Watch that video. It shows you the barrier between us and the Quran. It will give you highlights and the details of things you need to know in Arabic before approaching the Quran. It gives you the guideline to approaching the Quran, right? Aha. So I would advise watch that video. It's beneficial. Dana say, is it possible, brother, to do videos on knowledge of prophets individually from the Quran? I have a lot of proposals from people to do a lot of topics. I'll try my best to see what I can meet up with, right? It's not easy being babashuaib, the correctional officer. A lot of demands from people, right? I apologize to people if I'm not able to meet certain things you actually requested for. I'm trying my best, right? I'll see what I can do. Balogun says, Baba, how about taking normal bath before Salat? That wasn't the command from God. The command from God is Iza kuntum ila salat fagusulum wujuakum wa aydiyakum. God could have simply said, go and take a bath, right? There's a reason why he commanded you to do that, right? So he will have simply tell you, go and take a bath. He only said, however, if you are unclean, then you can take a bath, right? So it's not about actually taking a bath. It's about doing what he commanded, right? So in a simple form, if God wanted you to take a bath, he would just say, go and take a bath. Yeah. So that is the point. So your question is just like somebody who was asking me that why is it that God put the tree in the garden and told Adam not to go next to it? The question is, if God wanted, he could have taken the tree away from there. But it is a test to see how you follow his rules. So somebody will say, why did God actually put the tree and say Adam should not touch? The question is, the tree, is it for your father? The tree is for God. He says, don't go next to it. What is your issue? Imagine you owning something and you put it somewhere and say, don't touch it. And somebody is insisting, why are you putting it there? Is it yours? Huh? This is the problem with the human being. There's always a reason to what God does and tells you to do, because he wants to see who will follow his instructions. That's the simplicity there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm almost coming to an end. Let me focus on those on TikTok before I go. So on TikTok, let's see who we have. Third Eye Magic says, can we talk about Allah before this Allah at the host? At the host? Can we talk? Rahman says, thank you. Allah bless you, Abandon. Thank you very much. I appreciate you as well. Thank you all. For those on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2 hours, 20 minutes. I think I've done enough, right? I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. I think on Saturday I'll be hosting a radio program on JC Radio. I think I was there 2 weeks ago to do a program, right? So I'll be on the radio. It's an online TV radio. I'll be hosting a program there. So I'm still drafting what to discuss on that program. So make it a point. You'll be seeing me the same time on Saturday, inshallah, God willing. I'll be on JC Radio, online radio. I think I was there 2 weeks ago. So you already saw the program when I spoke about Islam and what the Quran says, right? So you make it a point, a date on Saturday, God willing. Yeah, thank you very much, brother Raf. I appreciate your presence. Thank you. God bless you too. Allah bless you. Safia Stusi says, Salam. It means we have all this exam from the 3. Yeah, it was a test. And the test is still happening, still. Because God is testing you in simple instances by giving you simple instructions to adhere to. And that is why Quran chapter 22, verse 78 says, he is the one who has chosen you and has not placed any difficulty upon you in the day. Islam is about simplicity, to see what you will conform with, the simple things God is instructing you to do and how you do it. That's what Islam is about. You submit. And that is why when the police officer is trying to arrest you, they say, surrender. Put your hands up. Then you put up. Put your left hand back. You do it. Put your right hand back. You do it. Somebody will say, why is the police asking me to do all this? There's a reason. Just do it and be free if you don't want to die. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the correctional officer coming to an end. I apologize if I'm not able to read some of your messages and questions. If I have to do it, I'm never going to end this program. I know you appreciate the answers I give you. I know you appreciate the program I have for you. But however, Faris King says Allah or Allah are all names of God. Is the spelling, right? Allah, Allah, it is the way people spell it, the spelling. For instance, I say Allah, Allah, because the original name, that's how it evolved. Ellah, Eloi, that's how it evolved. The initial of the name is Allah, initially. However, the modern day Arabs have made it Allah. But here, when we take the Quran, we don't see alif fat'ah. Who made it ah? That's the question. Who made it ah? It is the hadith books putting the fat'ah on top. The Quran doesn't put the fat'ah on top, right? So Allah, but however, a lot of people don't know about it, so they still use the word Allah, right? But of course, they still mean the same God. They are talking about God. It's just the name pronunciation which is the wrong way, but it is Allah. Yes. Dale Crenton, thanks for sharing. He says, thanks for sharing your knowledge again, brother. See you again next time. I appreciate the support. Thank you for being present. Thank you, Noel. Thank you, Faris Kin, Bilal Jibril, Raf, Safia Stusi, Faisal Hussein, Balogun, Mazmehe, Dana, Muhammad Elamin, Salis Jimmy, Baba Seidu, Book of Huda. Thank you all, Brother Hamza Malik. Thank you for your presence. I see you all, Fatima Chin. Thank you all for those who are here, those who are not here. Abdul Samad, Musa Seidu, Nuruddin, so on and so forth. I apologize if I'm not able to mention your name. I appreciate your support, and hopefully we get to meet again on Saturday. Make it a date on JC Radio. I'll be here again, but unfortunately on Saturday I might not be streaming from TikTok, so you get to watch me on Facebook and YouTube live, inshallah, right? So Third Eye Magic, you can inbox me, right? Inbox me on TikTok. I will respond to you. Lucky Drachen says love from Gambia, love from Finland also. I appreciate the support. Thank you. And make it a date again, and we meet again. Thank you, Sister Kudisia. Thank you, Sister Zainab. All of you watching, I know you're watching. Sister Muslima, I know you're watching. All of you, I appreciate your presence, and thank you very much for the support. Till we meet again on Saturday, this is where the correctional officer leaves you. We meet again. Peace out.